Peace and power, family. Welcome to this new moon in Libra reading. This energy in Libra right now is all about peace, harmony, justice, and how we restore divine balance within ourselves. Okay? This Libra new moon is teaching us to really set intentions that align us with our highest truth, with our greatest balance and harmony, and with the desires of our heart. Okay. And so we're going to get into this reading and see exactly what areas of our lives is this Libra new moon energy really balancing, aligning, shifting. Where are we experiencing our justice? What's happening in our love lives? And then what are the alignments that you need to make in order for this new moon in Libra energy to give you the best results possible? Okay. Now, I have 3 decks here, and each of my decks are being topped by a goddess. Okay. And if there's a specific goddess that resonates with you out of the ones that I am going to show you, please take those words to heart and let that be your guide for this Libra new moon. All of the cards are 100% going to give you clarity on what spirit is moving, aligning, and really balancing out in your life. But if there's a specific goddess that really resonates with you, I want you to tune into that and really allow the words or the cards and the revelations from that deck to really speak to you. Okay. So again, this Libra new moon energy is really showing up in our love lives, in our work, and in our personal lives as well. Even right now, between Dream and I'm observing this beautiful balance of things that we need to release and things that we need to embody to create more harmony. Dream likes to be on time everywhere. He's a super early person, and I like to just go with the flow. So even today, we had to go to church, which we haven't been to a church in many years. He was ready so early. I'm laying in the bed like, babe, not yet. But his sense of urgency always gets me moving, which creates a beautiful balance and harmony. And we always get to our destinations at the perfect time. And that literally just happened this morning. And so this Libra new moon energy is really asking, what are the ways can you embody more peace? What shifts, what changes, what new habits can you start to integrate that whenever there's chaos in your life, things will naturally align? Because of the level of peace that you've embodied, any area right now that is not feeling supportive, empowering, and enlightening will naturally shift. This Libra new moon is giving that energy. So the first goddess and the first deck that we're going to tap into for the Libra new moon and how you are to embody more peace is the goddess Fortuna. Fortuna is all about divine timing, destiny. She's the wheel of fortune. She is everything working out when and how it's supposed to work out. And we know that carries a certain level of peace with it. So let's see what this Libra new moon energy is bringing with this deck under Fortuna. This is the Whispers of Nature. How are we to embody more peace, more balance right now? Wow. I'm already hearing trust the process. Some of you, especially those of you who resonate with the goddess Fortuna, are trying to rush the process. You want things to manifest faster, right? You want to be able to see the fruits of your labor quicker. And Spirit is saying, trust the process. Know that every space and place and season you find yourself in is supporting your manifestation. It's supporting your embodiment. It's supporting your growth. And so learn to have peace where you are. If you can learn to have peace where you are, divine timing happens easily and effortlessly. The card that just came out under Fortuna, the first card, it says clear endeavor. Clear endeavor. Have peace in your heart that what is for you, there won't be this fight. There won't be this resistance. You won't feel like you have to battle for it. It won't be one battle after another. There will be a clear endeavor. Make peace in your heart. Let that be your mantra. Let that be your testimony. Let that be how you position yourself. Meaning, whatever is for me will be made clear. Think of it as if you go outside and at first there's all of these clouds. And then when you speak to those clouds, or when you speak to that energy, or when you speak to whatever it is that you desire, those clouds move, right? What was once partly cloudy, confused, right, gray area, now becomes clear. Now becomes bright and sunny skies. That needs to be your mantra, that whatever is for you will be clear. There will be no confusion. There will be complete clarity. And with that clarity is conviction. And because you are convicted, now you know and understand the wheels of fortune are spinning in your direction and in your favor. Let's see if there's another card. Okay. Wow. I love this. It says, let love be your beacon. Let love be your beacon. This Libra new moon is really saying, follow your heart. Follow what is true and real in your heart. And as you continue to do that, peace will always find you. Peace will always be with you. Harmony and balance will be with you, right? Because you are letting your heart lead. Now, where you will allow the mind to come into place is in this part where we say clear endeavor, right? Because your mind and your ability to perceive is how you will know if something is clear or if it's cloudy, right? But you want to let your heart be your guide. Let love be your guide. And as you set the intention for that energy in this new moon, more peace, more harmony, more balance will flow into you. And you will see that everything you needed was always ready and available to you. It was just waiting for you to get there. It was waiting for you to have the right mindset, for you to have the right heart space. It was waiting for you to get positioned to receive it. This is why I love Dream bringing up the movie, A Big, Beautiful, Fabulous Journey, right? Something like that. In that movie, the two main characters, they get a rental car, and within the rental car is this GPS. And the GPS asks them, do you want to go on this big, beautiful journey? And they both agree. And what they discover is that they've always been blocking, right? Their heart has had a wall or a blockage that has stopped them from really embracing the love, the abundance, the fortune, and their desires, right? There was this wall there that they inherited from childhood experiences, from childhood traumas, blocking them from being able to let love lead. And so this new moon in Libra energy is saying, surrender the trauma, surrender the heartache, surrender the heartbreak. Let love lead. And as you let love lead, or let love be your beacon, let love be your lighthouse. As you do that, you will find yourself on this beautiful journey where everything is just manifesting easily, effortlessly, and with peace and with grace and with harmony. One of the things that I want you to watch out for, right? I want you to watch out for this, is as you are navigating, as you are moving, if any space and place you find yourself in starts to become lack harmony, I don't know if disharmony is a word, starts to be in disharmony, that is a word. Or if you start to feel out of peace and like you can't exist in your highest truth, from your highest perspective and your greatest state of being, the very first thing that I want you to do is ask your spirit team, what is this situation trying to teach me? You want to do that first before you say, okay, this is no longer a clear endeavor. This is no longer what I wanted. My heart is no longer in it. Let me just skedaddle. Let me just get out of there, right? You don't want to have a missed opportunity for your growth, your expansion, your evolution, okay? Because with the Libra new moon and with Libra energy in general, we have this balancing act. We have polarity. So this energy is saying, how do you be so much into your heart, into your peace, into your wholeness, that even when you observe polarity, even when you see things that you don't like in your current reality, you look at it from the perspective of, how is this serving me? And then you allow that answer to guide your steps. That answer alone is one way to gain peace. Okay? Some things that I want you to look at. The next goddess, the goddess Sarasvati. The goddess Sarasvati, she's the goddess of creativity, of expression, and of wisdom. Let's see what the deck under her has in store for this new moon in Libra energy. Remember, if you resonate with the goddess Sarasvati, really take heed to these words really deeply, but understand all of it applies and is aligned. What do we need to know about this new moon? Okay. Wow. Card we just got out. It says the law of emergent evolution. Wow. What this energy is saying is to embody more peace, accept the fact that you will always be changing. Accept the fact that evolution is a part of your journey. And this Libra new moon really has you at the precipice of evolution, of change, of growth. This Libra new moon, oh God, this sounds kind of crazy, but I see it like two ways. One, I see a volcano, and it's like this volcano is about to erupt, right? It's about to explode. In fact, what happens with volcanoes is that there's so much pressure underneath the volcano from the rock shifting, from things moving, from the earth, right? And those plates under the earth moving, that there becomes this intense pressure underneath the bottom of the volcano that actually explodes up and makes that lava shoot out. That's the emergent evolution that I'm picking up on from you, right? To where things have been shifting, things have been moving, and there's this energy, there's this fire, there's this passion that is waiting to burst through. So make peace with the fact that you won't be the same. You will be different, right? Make a new declaration for your life. This Libra new moon is inviting you to stand on something, right? To allow this new way of being to be your new state of peace, to create a mantra. So I used to hear this mantra a long time ago by this young lady that I knew, where she would always say, peace on purpose. Peace on purpose. That is a declaration. That is a new statement. That is an intention for your life that, like the volcano, is going to erupt you into something totally different. So what does that new declaration need to be for you? Let's see if there's another card in this deck under Sarasvati that gives that more clarity on that. What needs to be, your new declaration? Your new declaration in this Libra new moon energy that is going to help you to evolve into something beyond, and that is going to help you to have a deeper level of peace, harmony, and balance is this: the law of individualization. The law of individualization. You need to declare to yourself that there is no one like you and you are like no one else. And so one of the action steps that you have to take in this Libra new moon, and really integrating that with the goddess Sarasvati, which is creative expression, which is wisdom, artistry, is understanding that the way you are meant to show up is divine and unique to you. And so stop comparing yourself to other people, because you've heard the saying, comparison is the thief of joy. I think that's how it goes, right? And so your new declaration that you need to embody that will allow you to emerge and to really embrace more peace, more harmony, more balance within your life personally is shine your unique light. And shine your unique light bright. Meaning, don't just go into spaces, kind of showing up, a little bit showing up, right? But from a certain level of conviction, leadership, and ownership, knowing who the hell you are and what it is you're meant to do. And it's no coincidence that on this card, the Emergent Evolution card, we also see a pyramid. What also looks like a pyramid is that volcano, right? That bursting of energy, that light, right? See yourself as that sacred ground, okay? The last goddess for this Libra new moon reading, we got the goddess Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, the goddess of fruitfulness, the goddess of manifestation and graceful magnetism. It's using that feminine energy to draw in your desires. So let's see what the goddess Lakshmi energy is pertaining to this Libra new moon. Ooh, what is, wow, all right. We got 3 cards that kind of came out all together. First card we got, it says, speak the language of love. Wow. So again, going back into that heart energy, in order to create more balance, more harmony, more peace in your life, you're going to have to mind your tongue. You're going to have to make sure that you only speak words that are in alignment with love for self, right? Love for others, and love in general, like what it is you are meant to embody, right? You'll have peace in your heart when you know that you are only choosing words of the highest frequency, okay? Whether it's you're talking about yourself, your situation, or someone else. Speak the language of love. Understand that if you are intentional about what it is you are saying, then there's no self-judgment, self-criticism. One of the things about Libra energy is righteous judgment, which is why with Mayat in the scales, you have to weigh the heart to the feather. A heart that is not light is a heart that is in judgment, is a heart that is in criticism. So you want to make sure that when you are speaking over yourself or anybody else, that you're doing so from a certain level of self-love and self-care. The other card for the Libra new moon coming out under Lakshmi is ask for help. So many times, as women specifically, we feel like we have to put out the fires ourselves. Fires in our personal lives, business, children, family. We feel like we have to carry the load and carry the burden. And so I say this from a spiritual perspective and a physical perspective. On the spiritual level, it is so important on a daily basis to profess with your mouth and your words the ways in which you desire for divine intervention. On a daily basis, it is imperative that you ask and you affirm and you assert yourself with your angels, your ancestors, your spirit team, with God. And then the next step is be willing to receive support, which means you have to be able to identify spiritual communication. You can't ask God, the divine, for something and then not recognize it when it shows up. So a part of embodying more peace, more harmony, more balance with this Libra new moon energy is going to be making your request known. Knock and the door shall be answered. There's a deeper level of peace that we get to embody from the fact alone of knowing that whatever I ask of, I can have. That's a level of peace that you really need to sit with, right? That your prayers, your wants are always answered. They may not look the way that you thought they would look, but it happened, right? On the physical level, ladies, ask for help. Gentlemen as well, ask for help. In what ways can you be supported by people around you? It is out of balance to try to do all the things yourself. Okay? It actually drains you and makes you incapable of showing up at your best because you're depleted, you're overworked, you're exhausted. When we ask for help and we allow ourselves to receive that help, we are actually replenishing ourselves and giving ourselves all the energy, the love, and the support that we need in order for us to thrive. So ask for help. What is it that you really need? The last card that came out under the goddess Lakshmi, when it comes down to the Libra new moon energy and how we are to embody more peace, more balance, more harmony, is to treasure your loved ones. Sometimes it's the simplest things that can bring you love, harmony, peace, and balance. And that is recognizing the love that is around you. Dream and I were at a christening today. We were made the godparents of one of my longest friends. Eva and I have been friends since elementary school. And we were at her baby's christening today because we were made the godparents. And so while we were there, first of all, we got there a little bit late because we weren't trying to be in the whole church service. Like, we're here to fulfill our duty, and that's it, right? So we got there, and when the christening was about to start happening, my friend Eva stood up, and I could just see in her face, she was looking like, where are they? I don't see them. I need them here, right? And then when she finally saw us, she was like, oh my God, they're here. And so we walked down the aisle. Mind you, the pastor is giving jokes. He calls us the Twin Towers and he's joking. But one of the things that he said that I thought was so good was to restore the family. He made a major point where he was like, Love your family. Heal the dysfunction in your family. He said, because when you are going to friends and everybody else and the outside world and social media and things like that, you are bringing those things into your family dysfunction. And I thought that was interesting because I hadn't had a pastor kind of say those words. Most pastors or people in those positions, they want to be in people's business, right? They want to know the gossip and things that are going on in the background. And so I say that to you all to say, heal your relationships with your families, whether it is with your children, your parents, um, your co-parent, right? Heal that relationship. I guarantee you it will create a deeper level of internal peace. And this is what the Libra energy is about. Libra is love energy. Libra is governed by the planet Venus. And so some of you are not at peace right now because there's stagnation, there's frustration and irritation, maybe some jealousy and envy within your family. What you can control is how you show up in love and what you give, what you present, what you offer. And so this Libra new moon is really inviting and initiating you to treasure your loved ones and see how you can transform those relationships so that you have more peace. Because the more peace you have, the more power you have. Got it? That is the energy for the Libra new moon. Remember, maybe Fortuna energy resonated with you more, or the goddess Sarasvati, or the goddess Lakshmi, or all three of them. Matter of fact, when we get off of this live, let me know in the comments which of the goddesses really resonated with you. It may be one, two, or all three. I want to know. And then also, which one of these things are you actually going to embody right now? Which one of these actions do you need to do right now in order for you to embody more peace, more love, more wholeness, more Libra energy in general? All right, family. Peace and love. I'll catch y'all on the next one.